is your favorite talk show with your favorite ladies called The Dish. Here on Lagos Talks 91.3. My name is Ifunaya and I'm here with Kel, Ayana, and Ugoma. And as usual, this show includes and involves you. You are the last part of this roundtable. It's not complete without you. So please, we want you to be a part of it by joining the conversation. It's time for our special hot topic for this week. And today's topic is all about that one thing that happened in your life that you wish you knew about before it happened. So is there anything whatsoever that has happened in your life that you wish you knew about before it happened? Would you have done anything differently if you knew about it before it happened? Was it a loss of someone or something? Was it a mistake that you made? Was it something that was done to you or something you did to someone? Was it an act of kindness? Or otherwise, let us know. What is that one thing that happened in your life that you wish you knew about before it happened? Would you have done anything differently? And I'd also like to ask another question. Why is Kel wearing her shades?
Because Kel the Bell is in the building.
Oh my god. Alright guys, the phone lines to call 0809 191 3913, 0809 234 5913, 01236 7913, 01280 2913. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Please turn off your radio before you give us a call. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. What's your name?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, the name is VAL from Lagos.
Val.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's Kel's album name.
Yeah, KLIAUGO and Ify. Good job.
Why is it only my own that you pronounce my name?
IFY. I said IFY.
You say it. Alright, thank you very much for calling
Can I go back a little bit, just a little bit?
No, this is actually a hot topic segment.
Okay.
So
For the hot topic, I think three things come to my mind. Three. First of all, in the middle 90s, I was a very exceptional footballer. Somebody actually invited me to join his club, play for a football team and all that, but I actually refused. After 3 attempts, I refused. I told them I wanted to go to school, and I ended up going to school. But after then, they blew up in the sports market, football and all that. Everyone would have hammered. Then, secondly, it has to do with vision, loss of vision, kind of. That happened later in the 90s. If I had known that would happen, probably I would have affected it. Then finally, while I was in the university, my partner then offered to be pregnant and all that for me in order to take the pregnancy abroad. I agreed but refused. Barely 3 months after that, I never saw the person again up till today. So whether the person went through with that same plan, I don't know. But if I had known, I would have taken up, I would have thought that idea and I would have gone for it. That's the basic thing, yeah. You guys are doing a great job.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for sharing that one with us, Val.
Like so deep.
I know, it's so deep. Let's take this call. Lagos Talks. Alright, we lost that one. 0809 191 3913, 0809 234 5913. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. What's your name? Lagos Talks, good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon, beautiful.
Alexo,
Hi,
how are
Alexo.
you?
Good afternoon, Alexo.
Hi, Ugoma, Ayana, and Kel the Bell.
Wait, let me ring
Hi.
you.
Thank you. Well, my own experience was my own vision. I actually saw that while I was a kid, I never knew it would turn out something like this. But I was complaining to my family.
Oh, wow.
And I started going for checkup. But our health centers, how they behave, come to know. They gave me 8 months, but I was looking for so many ways I could be able to release myself, not to turn beyond my own power. And I had to leave everything to go. I mean, every time I think about it, I get so pain. But there's nothing I can do. I wish I could just have that power to just, turn everything back to the way I was born. I just thank God.
Thank
That's
you
what we
very
got to
much.
do. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that one with us, Alex O. And one thing that I do love about you is your tenacity to live life to the fullest and your strength. You know, Alex O has been an ardent listener of the dish, a very great supporter and contributor of the dish. And, you know, he made known to us that he had issues with his sight. And that's exactly what he was talking about, saying that he wished he could turn back the hands of time so that he gets back to how he was born originally. But like I mentioned, Alex, so you are an inspiration to a lot of people that listen. And I have to tell you that hundreds of thousands of people actually listen. They listen. I'm not even trying to joke. The data says that hundreds of thousands of people listen to the midday show. They listen to the dish. So just always remember that you are inspiring people out there. And I mean, we just love, like I mentioned, your outlook on life in general. So thank you so much for sharing that one with us. Now, don't forget you can join this conversation on WhatsApp 0809-234-5913 or on Twitter at Lagos Talks 913. Please use the hashtag #TheDishLagos. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Okay, we lost that call. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. What's your name? Alright, we lost that one as well. Now let's bring it into the studio. Kelly, would you like?
This
This is the one I wanted to listen to.
Would you like? Would you like to tell us about that one thing that happened in your life that you wish you knew about before it happened?
Can I quickly do before kill? Mine is very short.
Why do you think mine is going to be deep?
I don't know. Mine is not deep. It's very short.
Okay, let Diana go first.
Okay. Thank you very much. You're very magnanimous.
You know, as Kel the Bill.
Okay. Thank you. And why is she wearing sunglasses? Because I can wear sunglasses.
I don't know.
You know, it is what it is, bro.
Mine is very short and very simple because I believe life is a learning curve. Things will happen that you were not planning for before, and whatever it is, but it makes you stronger, it makes you learn things, it makes you wiser. But this one did not make me wise, and I wish I'd known it before. I met this person a while ago. I'm not going to give you dates just in case the person is listening. And the truth, I wish I could turn back the hands of time. This has never really happened to me before, but I honestly wish I could turn back the hands of time and not have had a relationship with the person. So that's what I wish I'd known then, because what I would have done now would be run.
That is hilarious. Oh
You would have run.
my goodness.
Oh my God, so that's mine. Simple.
So Kelly, would you like to share yours with us?
Let me take my gum out my mouth first, because, you know.
Oh, I thought you were bringing
It's about to
something
be
deadly
deep,
out.
Oh, it's about to be deep.
Yeah.
Hey, you see why I wanted to go first?
Okay,
You think
so
that hot topic came from nowhere?
it was her hot topic.
Oh, I thought it was yours.
But I said I liked it for some reason.
Oh,
I
yeah, it
just
was
realized
really
why I liked it.
Oh, okay.
Like Ayana, there's a couple of people I would have not wanted to have dated. I would have liked to have erased them. There was somebody I would have liked to have dated. But then, anyways, that's not what the one thing I'm going to talk about. The one thing I'm going to talk about is my relationship with my first record label, Capitol Hill Music. I believe that was a situation that was highly mismanaged on all fronts, from my ends, from my manager's ends, from the label's ends, you know, everybody involved. I believe that we were acting with quite a lack of wisdom, so to speak, because if we had handled the situation better, we could have had a long and fruitful business relationship, and it would have been really productive, you know, because the energy was there. We were building up on the synergy, building up on the whole family type situation. The music was good. It was a good time to have totally, you know, been involved in the industry and been involved properly. But, you know, after like 2 years, one album, and everything just came crashing down, and it just wasn't managed properly. So that's the one thing I would have liked to have gone back to have done better, you know.
Capitol Hill will make it happen. Hey, Capitol Hill will make it happen.
Hey.
That's part of our jambo. I'm voting for Kel's job.
So yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing.
Bigger woman
that
that you are, for admitting your own bit.
Yeah.
Bigger woman that you are.
It is
Don't
what
worry,
it is.
the sky's your limit. We're going to be
It sure
talking
is.
something a lot bigger than Capitol Hill.
Amen.
Amen.
And we can't wait for your mixtape.
I can't wait to.
I can't
We
wait
definitely
to. The name
cannot
is
wait
so...
for that. Y'all, you need to hear it.
Wow.
All right, if you're just tuning in right now, it is our special hot topic for the week, and we're talking about that one thing that happened in your life that you wish you would have known about before it happened. What is that one thing? Was it something positive? Was it negative? Was it a loss? Was it a gain? Was it something you did, a mistake you made, or something that was done towards you? Whatever that was or whatever that is, please let us know. Go on Twitter at Lagos Talks 913, hashtag The Dish Lagos, or call 0809 191 3913, 0809 234 5913. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Oluchi.
Hi, Oluchi. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Hi, baby.
Hello.
Hi.
Oluchi. I like that name.
So this one thing happened when I think I was on holiday in Dubai, and I don't know if you know this water park, and they have the highest what's it called leap of faith. So this
Is that in Dubai?
Yes.
That's the exact one that I love.
And I remember when my sister was making every let's do this, let's chop this thing. Then we can do it, done everything, every other one except this one. I'm like, no, I'm so scared. I don't know how do I make my leg? What do I make my leg? I'm not married yet. I don't know what yet. But then I've never been able to do that thing. Because the next time I felt pregnant, I couldn't do it, and there's been one excuse after that. So anytime I see it, I just feel like, oh, I should have done this time. Because now I don't know if I can do it again.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Yeah, so that's my story.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that one with us. Like Ayana said, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
It's never too late, okay? Go out there with your friends or with your
Exactly.
spouse or with your kids, but don't let your kids do
Make
that
sure
one.
they record it.
Yeah.
You know, this is like a superhero moment for her. She does it. Make sure it's recorded,
I love
and then her kids get to view it.
That would be so cool.
They're like, oh my, mom is so cool.
I know. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Oluchi. Now, this one is coming from Ruthie on Twitter saying, letting myself get pregnant before 16. I was afraid to abort the pregnancy, so I had him. I got married now. I feel stuck. I love my kids though, but I wish I had waited a bit. I wish I had waited a bit, did other things first, like focusing on my education. So she's saying she wishes that she had waited, focused on her education, maybe got her career going before having her child. What are your thoughts about this? Because she said she loves her kids, her child rather, but in the moment where you're looking back in retrospect and you're like, if I had been given a chance to do this or not do this, I would have done things differently. What are your thoughts about parents that feel that way, even though they have so much love for their kids, but then they're like, maybe I should have waited?
I can't say I understand, because the reason why I say I can't say I understand is because I'm not in that position. But it's so funny how we all wish different things for each other. You've got your children, you're in your marriage. I think maybe you should look at it in this other way. Set goals for yourself. And when I say set goals for yourself, when your kids reach a certain age, I don't know how young her children are, but I think they may be young right now. Or maybe the one she had, maybe not so young, but maybe like if you decide between you and your husband that they'll go to boarding house, there's so much you can do, when the children are in boarding house, and maybe you can decide, or you want to take remedial classes, or you want to do something that you've always wanted to do.
Yes.
The truth is, nobody can stop you except you, really, at the end of the day.
Yes.
So if you've still got those dreams, Ruthie,
Yes.
go for it. And I'm sure by the time but before you go, don't forget that you've got a partner in this now. Before you go for these dreams, talk to your partner. I'm sure with the passion and whatever, that you speak with, I think the two of you can come together to reach some kind of, headway, or make some kind of headway. But the thing is, your dreams are as valid as you make them.
Exactly.
Children or no children.
That's so
Live
true.
your life.
Never too late to
And
start.
I'd also say, for moves or for steps like this, you need a lot of inspiration. And one place that I do believe you could get inspiration from is to look at the lives of other people that achieved their current level of success that everyone is celebrating, maybe after a certain age.
Oh, yeah.
Like people that have
Plenty.
achieved it after 30, after 40. I feel like when you see women like that and see how they're living life,
Or even
and
men.
they sorry,
Or
and
even
even men,
men.
exactly, how they're living their lives and how they're just moving from one level to another level, it inspires you. It makes you understand that it doesn't matter how old I am, you know, I can still achieve some of those dreams. So take a look at people like that. Google about them. Just read their stories and see where their headspace was before and after they were able to, you know, achieve those levels of success. But we believe that you can do it, and we'll definitely love to hear
We're
from you
rooting
another
for you.
day.
Yes,
we are
so
definitely
we're rooting for you.
Ruthie.
Yeah, we're ready for you, Ruthie. Let's take this call. Lagos Talks. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is David.
Hi,
David.
Hello, Dave.
Hi, David.
Hey, hi. How's it going?
Okay.
Right.
Why is it so fast?
I was
I don't
thinking
know.
something about Goliath. You know what I
Nice
said?
one, nice one, nice one. That's good.
I said I was going to say something about
Anyways,
Goliath.
in 2007, I was in my final year in Uniben, and then actually I was fascinating, you know. My dad passed on when I was in final level, so I had to survive. So I was making a lot of impersonation, writing accounts of people making money out of it and all that. And it got in my head. My final year, I was caught, and I had to face a panel. And when they saw what I wrote, they gave me a chance to actually say the truth. And I did it. I blew it, honestly. And I was rusticated. I was expelled. I was my final year, 2007, honestly. I can promise you now that every time I go back to school, I have this phobia. So I always run out. Now, I work in a place where I'm just stuck, where most people come younger than me who have a better result, and they're just getting promoted, but I can't apply for anything because I'm working with my wife as well. It's crazy. So if I knew, if I had a chance, I would have just because they give me a chance, they finally did. They wanted to help me, but I blew it. Have a good day.
Let me quickly tell him a story, and this is a real life story.
Okay.
The person, well, obviously, I can't put out their name, but when Unilag, and he, I don't know, for whatever reason, had been rusticated since I think maybe his second year, but never told anybody, was still coming to school, was still doing so. Was it rusticated or expulsion? Which one is it that you can go back into the same school, but
A different year.
No, you can go back into the same school, but a different course. You can't go back to that same faculty.
Oh, okay.
But he basically carried on a lie. He comes from a very wealthy home. He comes from a very well-to-do home. His sister is someone in authority right now in the banking and financial industry. And even he himself is not doing too badly now. But guess what? His best friend sat him down one day and told him and said, "You're fooling yourself, because we were not even supposed to have graduated before he did. But because it was a lie and he wasn't in school for a long time, or he had actually been kicked out, and some people knew, but we didn't know. And of course we're like, aren't you going to leave school? I have an extra year, I have an extra year, I have an extra year," was the story he used to tell us. But guess what? Do you know he went back to the same Unilag? I'm sure some people know this story very well. Anybody around my set or around that period will know this story. He went back to school. A totally different, the same Unilag, where people now that were so much younger were now probably like his seniors.
Yeah.
And he stayed the course. And today, he's probably one of the most successful people in the telecom sector. And I'm not joking.
I love this. So
Anybody who
much.
went to Unilag, as at the time I went to Unilag, will know this story very, very well.
Wow.
So I understand where he's coming from. He's got a phobia. It's almost like trauma treats us in different ways. He gets to that level and he's scared that, oops, the same thing will happen again. But he needs to win himself out of it. And unfortunately, nobody can help him except himself.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he needs to tell himself, I want to achieve certain things in life. And this is a roadblock. How do I get over this roadblock? You have to keep reminding yourself that, it's like, I want this phone, but I need to reach out further to be able to get this phone. That's really how he has to do it. And I really pray that God gives him the strength he wants out of life. And the truth is, sir, you can get that thing. See, the devil has a way of blocking our blessings. And he's just done that with the phobia you have. You need to win yourself of that phobia. I'm not sure any psychiatrist or anybody can do anything for you. But you need to keep telling yourself that because I made a mistake a few years ago, I have learned from that mistake and I will never make it again. So I wish you all the best.
All right, thank you very much, Ayana. Very well said, and also would say to him for him to explore other options as well. You know, sometimes he might look at the fact that he's gotten to this level in his life or this age, and he's like, how do I juggle it?
Yeah.
There are other options, like what's it called?
Part-time
Part-time schooling,
all those
exactly.
things,
Doing courses online
Yeah.
whilst you're
There's so many
running your
things.
business, exactly. So
So
you
many
can do.
things
It's
you can
very
do online.
doable.
I was searching for bartending the other day.
Yeah.
Forget what Google was throwing up. It was bartending I was looking for.
Yeah.
Bartending classes. And Google was throwing all sorts of stuff, life coaching. That was when the first time I saw the drop shipping whatever thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So there's no excuse really anymore.
So just go.
You could be
go
whatever.
search.
And there's schools, and you know the links. By the time you click on it, sends you to schools here and there, left schools that are outside of the country but do online stuff.
And there's some websites that you could do free courses and they would give you a certificate for it.
And those certificates are tenable.
They are. So please,
Don't
you
give
can
up,
do
oh.
it. Do
Don't give
not
up,
give
David.
up at all. And we would love, you see, everyone that is calling with these are different stories. We would love to hear from you, okay? We
And-
want feedback. If you
and-
decided to pursue your dreams again, we want to hear from you because like I mentioned, hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands of people are listening and you're
Yes.
inspiring them.
And on a lighter note, David, you forget what you did in the Bible.
Ooh, I love that. Remember whose
took
name you carry.
down, you took down
That's an
a
important
giant.
reference.
The Israelites were scared of this person.
Yeah.
And you took a polished stone and you destroyed this person. So you can do that to your trauma. Bele.
All right, let's move on. On Twitter, this is coming from Adenike saying, "Hi everyone, my story is when I started in school. I had a friend who I was really jealous of, and the funny thing is, she's my best friend. She was always going out and making her dreams become a reality. So one day, we had a motivational speaker in school, and that my friend was honored. But then I thought to myself, if she can do it, so can I. That day I started blogging and I have not looked back since then." I love that. That's
amazing.
amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Eat out.
Yeah, this is from Toons Fashion Royale saying, if I knew I was going to end up being a fashion designer, I would have studied a similar course in school rather than wasting my 5 years on a course that I never really had passion for. But still grateful to God for the journey so far.
This is a real serious
I
topic. I
know.
like it.
Let's get into the studio. Ugoma.
Yes.
Let's hear
the
from
next person I want to
you.
listen to.
Okay, so what is that one thing that happened in my life that I wish I knew was going to happen before it did, and what would I have done differently? I think I would say losing someone, death. Death is inevitable, even though we all know about it. However, we really don't prepare for that time. You know, we don't prepare for death. So so that would be that would be the one thing that I would have, you know, sort of like prepared for and do better. But what would I have done differently? I think is to forgive easily. You know, for me, I think because I have a different, you know, perspective with my personal experiences and things like that. I think that forgiveness is not that you're trying to condone or tolerate certain, harm, abuses and things like that. But I think it's more on, you know, releasing yourself from the pain, from the guilt, from, you know, whatever the situation you're going through. So I think it's to forgive, because we oftentimes get carried away by, you know, life in itself. We oftentimes get carried away by silly things, trivial things that we could have just easily put off, or just, you know, forgive rather. So for me, I think it's to forgive, and I wish the person was here, and I wish I could have sort of like opened up and be like, you know, I've forgiven you, you know, to rekindle our relationship, to see how, you know, the relationship could grow. But, you know, notwithstanding, I'm still very grateful for, you know, the time that we shared together. So, yeah.
I love that.
Nice one.
So, yeah.
Very authentic and very genuine. Thank you so much for sharing that. And one thing that I harp on is forgiveness. A whole lot of people need to learn about forgiveness. It's not easy. It's a journey. Let's be honest. Let's not joke about it. Especially depending on whatever it is that happened between you and that person, or the situation that caused the rift. Forgiveness is a journey, and most importantly, it is for your benefit.
True.
There's this quote, I think it's by Helen Keller, saying, forgiveness or unforgiveness is like you holding a coal, trying to throw it at someone else, but you're the one that ends up getting burned.
hurt, yeah.
So it's in your heart. Unforgiveness turns into bitterness. Bitterness begins to erode on your health. A whole lot of sicknesses have been traced to unforgiveness and bitterness. So always remember that this thing called forgiveness is most important for you, not necessarily the other person. Thank you so much for sharing that one with us. It's 59 minutes past the hour of 2. We need to wrap this up because Michael has warned us before that we should not be going over time, and it's already almost time.
Are
So
you serious?
yeah, you know, our past.
Chip in yours now.
Before Uncle. I was talking about the phone line.
Okay.
Oh, girl, I'm gonna talk about mine.
Okay.
So before that, come and take my phone, please, because I just need to get this on camera. Not necessarily like it's anything. Like I'm trying my best. You know, Ayana and Faith that said she needs to be doing this. And please turn it the other way around.
Whatever that means, pride.
I don't even know who even
Is
invented
Yoruba,
that.
please.
So guys, what's mine? So I have to go down memory lane, and it's relationship related. And this was way back when I was in uni, fresh into uni. I think what happened, and I wish I knew about, was a relationship that I was in uni, and this person was my best friend, and that's the thing about me. I'm very, very tightly knit with whomever it is that I'm dating. And so I feel like at that point in my life, I was too immature and I wasn't mentally strong for the type of love that we shared. I feel like it was such an avalanche of love. It was just too much. And because I was not mature enough, and because I was not mentally strong, because there's certain things that I should have healed from, that I hadn't healed from yet, and then I had gotten into this relationship or this friendship with this person that was also beautiful and lovely. The first time we ever had a major issue, that was the end of the relationship.
Wow, for real?
It was terrible.
You're a gangster.
It was terrible because and what happened was something that I could have let go of.
Okay.
But I just kept saying to myself, I want to let go, but I can't.
Wow.
I just cannot let go. And it was terrible. It was actually, I remember taking out time. I remember I went to London for about 7 days or so. Like I just needed to heal because it was a very terrible process. It was horrible. But Kel, leave me alone now.
You wanted to heal. You now went out. You went to London for 7 days.
I just oh God. Don't throw me off balance.
Change of scenery.
And trust me, I actually needed to get some change of scenery. It was horrible for me. Like I was just like, I need to, But thankfully I was able to travel for a bit. But I wish I had known about this before it had happened. Like I wish I had known that I was gonna meet someone that I was gonna share such a connection with. And I wish I kept it as a friendship to a point of maturity and then getting into that relationship. That's what I wish. If I could turn back the hands of time, I would say, we're good as friends. And the truth is, he's that type of person that he would have waited. Like, I don't mind waiting for you to be ready for whatever it is that you want. He would have waited and he would have said, yeah, whatever. So I wish I had known that I was not mentally ready. A lot of times you don't know until certain things happen. And then you revisit. So I wish I had known that I wasn't mentally strong for that type of love at the time. And I would have waited it out, and when I was ready, when I was mature enough, then getting into the relationship. So that's my story, guys. Yay. That is my story. It is 2 minutes past the hour of 3. We need to say goodbye. We have a couple of tweets. Let me just quickly read out something. This one. Saying, Ruthie saying, she has a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, And she says she's 21 years old and she's already set the goals. And she says, I plan to achieve them. The ladies of the dish are my inspiration. Ruthie, you are someone that I would definitely love for you to keep in touch with us. I mean, you have so much ahead of you. You're 21 years old. You're still in your prime.
Even I can't remember when I was 21.
You are still in your prime, and you guess what? You get to have a lovely relationship with your beautiful children. They get to see you as their hot, sexy mommy.
You're growing.
Yeah, so you're growing together. So Ruthie, we would love to hear from you. You want to give us an update about what is happening in your life. We'd definitely love to hear more about that.
Very best.
We wish you the very best. All right, guys, thank you so much for being a part of our special hot topic today, and thank you so much for being extra honest. We wish every single one of you all the best concerning all these different things that you shared with us. In case you were not able to listen from the beginning, our hot topic was about that one thing that happened in your life that you wish you knew about before it happened. What would you have done differently? And we've all shared our different stories. You too can share your story. Just go on Instagram at Lagos Talks 913. We have a post up there. If you'd like to comment on it, put your comments down there, and hopefully on one of our episodes we'll get to read your comments, so the conversation does not need to end here. Thank you so much to everyone that was a part of the show. Ladies, thank you for coming in. Before saying
Please,
goodbye,
I have a request. Can you play James Ingram just once? You know he's dead.
yeah,
Please. I absolutely adore that
Yeah, we
man.
spoke
Just
about
once,
him.
please, if you have it.
just once.
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
And then just writing off on the back of what Ify said. As feisty as I am, and as what's the other word? As fiery as I can be. Forgiveness is something I find so easy to do.
Wow.
Because I don't know how to keep a grudge for a long time. In fact, I don't know how to keep grudges because usually when the outburst, it's like the outburst is the relief.
Okay.
Once I've done it,
and that's it.
that's it. You know? And I think it's a good thing that if one will not bear grudges, you just don't remember those negative parts of your life and you just keep on vibing. Bad energy, stay far away. Anyway, guys, thank you so much always. You can follow me on Instagram, Ayana Bijou, or on Twitter. Okay, I'm sorry to that guy. I want to say sorry to someone. It's someone that every time I tweet something, he would just have some funny response, whether I related to the tweet or not. So I had to I said, guy, you know you don't have to respond to all my tweets. So I'm sorry I said that to you. I hope you're listening. You can start responding to my tweet. But chillu. So take care, guys. See you tomorrow.
Speaking of Twitter, Musty, I hope you're listening.
What happened? I saw some tweet, but I couldn't
Yesterday,
get. What happened?
like we had
What
a
happened?
guest and she came through and she specifically she was talking about doing antenatal classes and involving the men,
Oh, okay.
you know, and all of that. And then she spoke about men being in the delivery room, but
They
she's
want to
like,
be involved.
I don't advise that men should actually stand at the foot of the bed
Where the baby's coming from, yeah.
Please don't look at the baby coming out because you might not be able to come back from that.
Exactly.
You know, stand by your wife's head instead. Encourage her, hold her
just
hand, and all of
support
that.
her, yeah.
She specifically said that only for Musty to come on WhatsApp
And say
and
the
drop a
opposite.
message and saying that he doesn't support that. Why would the guest say the husband should be in the delivery room and look at the baby coming out? And I'm like, that's not what she said. He came back on Twitter again to tag me and tag everybody and said the same. And I'm like, Musty, clearly you were not listening properly because we addressed this thing after your comments. And that's not what she said. And he still came back saying, I'm like, bruh, look, I'm not doing this. So please, don't continue the conversation on my Twitter. I don't like it. Stop it. The show is over, it's over. Don't come to my Twitter and be telling me things that I don't want to hear. Now, you can follow me on Twitter at KelOnline. It's my handle everywhere. Instagram. And let's talk about other stuff, but not stuff that's happening here. Please, don't come. Continue to come channel my page.
Don't continue
it on Lagos Talks page. The weekend has begun. It's a Thursday.
gosh.
Let's keep it light. Let's keep it fun. And thank God January is over. Hallelujah.
It sure is.
Hallelujah.
It sure is.
Bad day.
Hey, Mama.
We're still
All
the
right.
end. Thank you,
You
Jesus.
can follow me on Twitter at Ugoma_A. That is UGONMA_A.
All right, guys. Thank you so much once again. We always appreciate you being a part of the dish. I know we have loads of people listening, and I'm just so thankful to all of you for being a part of it and spreading the word to other people. Now, don't forget, this show comes up every weekdays at 1 p.m. It's 2 hours long, but don't worry, you're not going to be bored because there's just always a lot to talk about. So 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. every weekday right here on Lagos Rocks 91.3. You can reach out to me on Instagram and on Twitter at Ify_I. That is IFY_I. eye, and please stay tuned because I'm going to be posting up a couple of videos, some about travel and tourism, some about things that I'm doing in the studio in general, just creating content. So please stick around for that. I will be informing you more about those different videos or pictures that I'm going to be dropping up on my social media page. And so show some love, share, like, comment, and do all that good stuff.
From the center of excellence, this is Lagos Talks 91.3.